Why hello YouTube! I am back with another custom Transformers video review, and today, as you can see in front of you, is the long-awaited, mostly for me, my 100% complete Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Strafe. Now, a couple weeks ago, I posted my video of my custom Strafe, but he was only about 85% done. Over the last couple of weeks, I have acquired just about the right amount of stuff to finish my custom. Now, as you can see, a lot of stuff has been done to his pterodactyl mode, but most of the stuff is shown in his robot mode. I'm just showing you the pterodactyl mode for about a minute or two because there's a lot of stuff actually in his pterodactyl mode as well. As you can see right here, along the wings I have painted every single one of these little spikes just to break it up from the black. I also painted right here on his shoulder, on his arm, and again on the other side. On the pterodactyl heads, I have, let me try and focus, I have painted around his eye, I painted his teeth, and again on the other side, and I have painted black on the inside of the eyes. Just a little on the, little black on the little things covering his eyes, just so, you know, breaks it up. And another big thing I've done, I painted his claws, which you saw in the last video, and another thing is I gave him a new weapon. Now what this is this is from Transformers Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Crosshairs, who, in my opinion, has a good vehicle mode, but the robot mode is a little lax, mostly in articulation. So what I did is I kept him in his vehicle mode because I like that most, and I took his the main gun, his main SMG. And what I did is I had just a little blue around on the barrel and on the side and everything like that. And I took a lighter and I bent the handle to be at an angle. And you'll see that in a minute in robot mode. And because of that, I wasn't able to peg it in on his back, facing like this. But luckily, on Crosshairs, there's a second peg on here, where I can just peg it right into Strafe's back. And he has a gun in pterodactyl mode. All in all, pterodactyl mode is impressive in my opinion, but that's not the, I guess, coup de crayon of this review. Now, a lot of reviewers have done this figure, so I'm pretty sure you know what the transformation is. Super simple. I'm not going to show it on this video because I'm sure everybody knows how to transform him. So I'll be right back with the robot mode. Alright, and we're back. And this is Strafe's robot mode. Now, it's usually meant to look like this, and he has monkey crunch arms. But as in the last videos I showed, I made his arms normal, where his hands now go out so he can hold his weapons normally. You know, like a person or a robot. And what I did, which I don't think I did in the last video, but I can't really remember, what I did is I filled in the arm with some putty. So he doesn't have hollow arms anymore. I also painted over it with a very light, shiny nail polish, which I think actually looks pretty cool. I gave him a little red along his arms. Let me try and focus. A little red along his arms, along with some of the blue to break up the dark blue. And again on his legs, some more silver. I painted his boots entirely, even on the inside, same on the other side. And yeah, just like the best part of my review last time, in my opinion, is the little scar I gave him across his visor and made his visor red. And yeah, you guys all saw that in the last video. Now, the new part of this video is one part that I think makes this custom my favorite custom I have done in years. If you take his pterodactyl heads, his head is on a pin, which makes it allowed to go, you know, into his chest for pterodactyl mode. And when you pull it up, it's kind of loose. So, if you take your pterodactyl heads and push them together, if you don't like slam on his head, you keep these together, it keeps his head in place. So you can move his head a little easier, just don't apply too much force. But what that would do is it would make the pterodactyl heads very up against his little face. So another thing I did is I took the pterodactyl heads, turned them around, pegged them in, so you'll hear a click, and folded them back and down. Same on the other side. That's a little louder, so these peg right in. Fold them down right on his back. So I think that allows for a little more articulation in his arms. And my favorite part that I did, his wings usually would stop right here because of these peg holes right here, which would hold his weapons. Luckily, there are holes in his hands that can hold the swords in both pterodactyl and robot mode. What I did is I took a Dremel and some sandpaper and sanded them down. So just like Beast Hunter's Predaking in the show, you can take the wings and fold them back so they go along the bigger parts of the wings. And you can fold down the swords to look a little better. And this is the end result. So he doesn't have huge, gigantic wings. Because of these heads, and the wings folded, he can't do that thing where you put them down and become the cape. But I think that's just a fine sacrifice for this smaller winged look, and I really dig it. And because what I said with the weapon before, with the angled handle, his hands, I don't know if you can see that, you probably can't because it's so bright. His hands go down at an angle. So when I tried to put the weapon in before, it would go down. Oh no, it would go up. So because of the handle being at an angle, I can put it in his hand and it stays straight. So I'm really happy that I was able to take a weapon that has two pegs, so it can peg into his back. It can also peg into his back, but we're not going to do that for this review. He can still hold his swords just fine, like you saw in the last video, but now he has a gun. And I think that's really, really cool. And it's better than the old crossbow he had. I think that this has to be my favorite custom I have ever done. And you know my channel is full of customs. Here's from the back. And this is just, this guy stays on my shelf just in this pose, and he's just uber awesomeness. Now, if you guys want to know the hand mod trick, go ahead and click on my other video, which is my first Age of Extinction custom class Strafe video, which when he was 85% done. You can compare that and this, but you can also click on the link in the description of that video, which will lead you to the TFW 2005 forums, which someone posted the hand mod review. And that's where I got it to do my guide. Everything else is actually my idea. I've never seen any, I don't think there's a modded strafe out there. There's customs with paint jobs, but there's not modded strafes. So I think I am the first custom modded strafe, but if I am not, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think I'm the first. Anyway, it really doesn't matter to me. Well, all that matters is that I have one of my favorite Age of Extinction Dinobots completely customized to look just so great in his robot mode. Now, if you guys like this video, please leave a like and a comment down below of which Dinobot you want me to custom review next. I have one already completed, and I have two more that are just itching to be customized. I'll let you guys guess which ones. Anyway guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you liked it. This has been my 100% complete Age of Extinction custom modded deluxe class Strafe. Now, just what I say, I'm going to start saying, I think just a little bit of detail can bring out a figure's shine. So, I guess that's pretty much it to say. This has been SkyShadow421, signing off, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Later.